Yo, wait, let's check the amount of dots, shall we? We got Shock, Erode, Shock, Windsure 5. No, both of them. God damn. Got Bleed, Burn, Shock. Bro's got the Infinity Gauntlet of Diseases right now. Hello, Internet! And today, we still got some more Hysilens showcase, and this is very important to me because it's been forever since the day that I want to make Guinaifen good. I really don't think she ever had, like, a chance at being good ever since it released, considering she started as a DoT team, and being a 4-star version of a DoT team, not the best of, like, fate for one. But now that we have Hysilens with the post-buff Kafka, I think we can test out the idea that I mentioned before. It's the infinite alt Guinaifen. We are running these stats on the Guinaifen. We got 88 F hit rate. That is to proc Kafka's talent here that needs you to have 75. That gets me a lot more attack. It really do help these terrible DoT characters. At least relatively worse DoT characters. Like Guinaifen's not the best for sure. Not the worst though. And just like we're using before the tutorial start, we have defense reduced enemy basically permanently induced by Hysilens' ultimate because that death shreds enemies. In terms of the stat line, we got all these stuff. Of course, we got the energy regen and link roam. And the reason we're setting this up is because every time Guinaifen's burn causes damage, she regens 2 energy. And with Hysilens, you basically have every debuff possible, including a burn or whatnot. But point being, Hysilens' ultimate can actually trigger all the dots as well, including the burn from Guinaifen. Same with Kafka's ultimate and her follow-up attack, which is why this will be the main thing I'm going to be showcasing. We're using Hysilens with basically the worst DoT characters. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, by the way, everything is here from the Creator Experience server. I need to make Guinaifen good. It means a lot to me, okay? We'll see because of kind of how dumb her demeanor is, but that's what makes her cool. Before we get into it, a quick introduction to Loot Bar. It is a reliable website offering cheaper prices to purchase shards for tons of games, and I personally use it for Star Rail. Loot Bar offers cheaper prices for a variety of shard bundles and even for express passes. It shows how much you save on your site, so you know what you're getting. Not to mention the reviews reflect how good the services are. No issues there. There are unique shard bundles that can guarantee a new character. Some guarantees the light cone, some gives you general resources, or you can stick to the standard shard bundles that we have in-game, but at a cheaper rate. The experience with Loot Bar was pleasant, where the shards arrive in your account almost instantly after the transaction. It is in line with experiences with a lot of other users as well. And with characters like Saber coming along, this is the best time to give Loot Bar a try, and hopefully it'll help you get her. There are even E6 bundles for any diehard fans out there as well. Very helpful. It's very easy to set up. All you need is to click on my link in the description, sign up to Loot Bar, click on whichever bundle you like, enter your ID and server, complete the payment, and you're good. There are a lot of other games outside of just Star Rail as well that they offer services for example, Wuthering Waves and the Zone Zero, and that's just to name a few. But yeah, it'll help me out a ton if you just give it a try with my link in the description though. I really would appreciate it, and it directly supports the channel. If you use my link right now, there are offers like new user discounts or coupons that you don't want to miss out, and it'll help you get that character you so hope for. And with that said, let's get back into the video. And here we go, we're fighting Japard again. We should be an easier boss compared to like the second one. I swear to god, the second one, that is pretty challenging, but I really want to see if this will work out, man. If this works out against like a simpler boss, this should at least be a solid team when it's a tougher boss. So let's start with you. We do have the one-one meeting where faster than everybody, we can put on the burn instantly. That's how the idea goes. So boom, there we go. We get a follow-up right away, and I have my ult already. Yo, that's pretty awesome, man. Well, speaking of which, they are always going to be Death Shredder, right? Yep, there you go. Defense is decreased by 25%. This is from the effects of Arco Hysilens. Truly the last hope of DoT. So now we can use the sex alarm animation. Bang, 66k down. Not a lot. But the point being, my energy will regen really quickly. That's like the whole idea anyway. Here we got Hysilens now. What in the crutch should I do? I guess we could just start with an S1. We don't necessarily have to go for S3 yet. Here we got Kafka. Every single one of them have the burn effect, I believe. Yep, there we go. There's the burn. Kind of tough because I don't know which burn is from Guinaifen. There's 2 burns here. One's from Hysilens, one's from Guinaifen. But well, regardless of it, I know one of them is, so attacking them means I can trigger the little bit of energy from Guinaifen. So she's slowly creeping up again. Bang, there we go. And now all of these trigger because they take a turn. I can use Hysilens' ult now. We're doing it again. This will trigger all of the dots, including the burn from Guinaifen. So boom, again, more energy plus the flop, even more energy. We are halfway, above halfway already. Combined have like a whoa, you know what I'm saying? That is the whole tech right here. You take a turn, well, that's friggin' burn procced on Guinaifen. And now we got an energy from the whoa. We're gonna get it. I think we have enough for sex alarm again. Oh, come on, a little bit left. Well, all good. I noticed some skill points here. I think I'll reset the burns on everybody. So let's go ahead and do that. Reset the burns on, bam. And yep, it definitely doesn't do damage. But yep, with that settled right there, I regain any bit of energy I needed. Now we have another S3. This is the second one so far, 63k del. And we're landing all the fire kills, obviously. With Hysilens, we don't really have to force the skill run. Dude, notice this. It feels like I'm taking a lot of turns, which I am. But this is still 0 cycle, and I think we could clear this, I hope. Alright, let's try and break someone. Oh, that's so close. I could break him, honestly. Getting a physical break is pretty good if you could. But, well, too bad I can't. So let's just move on. But live, we gonna kill this Manta Ray. Go to Kafka, 200k dealt. Kafka's truly the one person that's making this entire thing possible, man. We go with the ult, trigger everything, do some insane damage. 700k, triggering all the burns, and every single one of them die or get close to dying. We have all the burns that are triggering right now as we gain energy back with Guinaifen. Dude, this synergy is so sick, man. This is the love for team building that I have with Snarl. Alright, now we do have Hysilens. Oh, let's trigger that, get some more burn trigger in. I'm pretty sure the burn should still be up. So there we go. We get a little bit of a skill up every time a follow attack happens, every time a dot applies to an enemy that has the burn for Guinaifen, right? We got a bit of energy. That's pretty cool. So we're so close. I don't know if I can kill it from here, though. It will be close because this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna Q. It's a follow attack from Kafka. This will do like 100 something K. Now I do have you. I'm gonna go for the gusto here. I don't know if I could kill though, right? It's an ult, but I can only trigger the burn. This is the weakness with Guinaifen. I would love if she could just trigger like maybe half the dodge. Don't gotta be all of it. But yeah, fire kills with the damage dealt increase. That's pretty fire. Get it? Fire. Yes.
Stop it. Get some help.
Alright, that was not funny at all, my bad. I'm gonna go for the gusto. Let's play for the 0 cycle if I could. It's 7k damage. Yeah, I don't think Guinaifen can like handle this. Even with like the attack boost from Kafka, we're not doing enough burn damage. But her job here is not really to put on the burn. It's for the increased damage dealt. And there's some burns, like she doesn't do no damage. Let me check your attack. You do have the 100% attack increase named Torture. I love how easy these buffs names are. I mean, I've read Castrus' one or Mighty's one. Those are like a whole paragraph. This one, Honor, Torture. Anyways, with Hysilens, we can just spam the basic and then we will end you with this. Now, surprisingly, this is about the same amount of time taken, or even an Akron setup, and we do have a friggin' fire kiss girl here. So not too shabby so far. I can't really complain. Alright, I gotta use a skill here. Now, this is the weakness with dots for sure. The moment the wave changes, I gotta reapply all that. So now there's no burns from Guinaifen on the enemy end yet. We're not really gonna like, you know, make the most out of this. We have to take it with Guinaifen first, but we should be able to do that soon. Go with a skill here. I'm not sure why I'm targeting the Ray. I shouldn't be. But, well, we're only 15% HP done with the depart, so that's a good start. Alright, we'll be spending a bit of skill points. We gotta go for the E here, get all my burns up, and there we go. Let's get that energy going, guys. We go for an E right there. Now we do have Hysilens. We're out of the zone, but we're just gonna get it back right away. I'm pretty sure it shouldn't matter. Oh, it actually does. Because right now, I will trigger this follow-up attack from Kafka. Without the zone, that is gonna do way less damage. You see that? That was so way less damage. So yeah, I really do have to keep the freaking zone up if you could. Maybe I should have just not wasted that one follow-up attack, but well, it's too late now. Yeah, we got the fire kisser though. Show me some damage. 100k from you. It's not too terrible, I suppose. If I can finish this in like 0 cycle, it'd be so good. But I don't know, man. We'll see. Go with the Kafka here. We got an ult again. We're just spamming the ult with Kafka right now. And bam. Of course, the burn activates, so we do get more energy from Guinaifen. Not bad, not bad. Now, the trick with Guinaifen, she should be able to like gain you skill points. But I think in this case, I kind of don't want to. I don't have enough skill points to go around, so let's go for the E instead. So 3 of them will have the burn. I'll trigger all of them. Like, those will all be extra energy if I manage to hit them and trigger them, right? Which is pretty awesome. So here we have the Ho-Ho. How do we do this? What's the smartest way? I don't think we can go for the 0 cycle, unfortunately, but hey, with a team that is using Guinaifen, this is not horrible, I suppose. We do have like limited characters, obviously, but come on. These are 4-star. They really do need the help. Now we can trigger the ult again, get back all the energy, trigger even more dots. Why not? Bang, 65k. Yeah, she really, like, the only thing that she's missing is just more damage. If we can trigger like half of the dot, that'd be so nice. It's like the 4-star variant of Kafka, if she could do something like that, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Alright, let's get closer to breaking you if I can. Here comes the Kafka. We can't do like the 0 cycle crit for this one, but I'm pretty sure we can end this here. Dude, one thing cool about the dot teams, right? They are so speedy. Look at my Kafka, 186 speed. Sheesh. How fast my Guinaifen? 158. This is on an attack boot, by the way, but yeah, that's all thanks to Hysilens with 190 speed. It's from a light cones effect. It gives you 10% speed buff for 3 turns just by attacking enemies. Like, it's so free. Okay, let's go for an E right there. We don't have enough for the ultimate. Now you're gonna wake up, yo. Hopefully you get me enough energy. We're almost there, man. Alright, let's not do something weird now. Okay, we're gonna go with the ult. This will be double proc. I think we'll proc every burn for Guinaifen possible, right? So bang, we're gonna get a bit of energy from all these procs. Same with Hysilens and 20% HP left on Depart. I don't even think we need to use Guinaifen no more. We're just gonna die right here, right now with a bulk of the stay from Guinaifen. And there we go. Yo, a 2-cycle clear with a 4-star in Guinaifen. One of the worst like archetypes as well. The 4-star variant of worst archetype. It's dots. That's really not too bad, man. The entire idea was pretty simple. Like, we have the death reduction, which is something cool about Hysilens. You have permanent death reduction uptime if you play it well. Make sure your zone never goes down. So that's like infinite uptime for tutorial mission starts, right? I'm tempted to even have one extra copy of this. I don't know if it's possible. Give it to Kafka. Let her just spam use it as well. Spam the ults on her end too. Not sure if that's possible, but if it is, that'd be sick. Now, there's one more character that we can technically try. It will be, gosh darn, how could I forget? My homie Sampo. It's not really the perfect element for him, and I'm almost certain, like, yeah, if Guinaifen had to kind of struggle against this with 2 cycles, I am not beating this Giga Chat face guy. I mean, I could, but it might take some revive. I think I used the main team, and I still kind of nearly died. The main issue with this one is the mob keep respawning, so it's really not that great for dots. That is still like an underlying factor with dot teams. Well, we'll try this setup though, and yeah, we'll skip ahead. Maybe we'll just go for like the boss fight, and I wonder how Sampo's gonna work out, man. Well, I'll show this truck for a little bit, dude. Did you see that flashbang, dude? How long has it been since you saw a flashbang from my homie Sampo, yo? Is he still even in the story, dude? I feel like he has such deep lore that's just waiting to be like extrapolated. All right, good old Hysilens. I guess we'll start with the E. Bam. Now, without Guinaifen, there should be a lot simpler. Good for this. I'm just wondering how much damage is my homie gonna do. Now, the trick with Sampo is you want to always make sure you have high as hell wind shears. If you can get 5 of them, it shouldn't be too difficult in this team. He will be triggering a lot of the wind shear damage if he hits an enemy with 5 stacks. That's like the whole idea. We're doing 200k damage with the Kafka, so it's actually slightly higher damage, I think, compared to Guinaifen. Well, Guinaifen will have a lot more ults, that's for sure, right? This is a more damage dealing Sampo for sure. So here we go. We got Sampo as well. By the way, you got it. You gotta remember, man. First of all, Sampo just gives this, oh, wait a minute vibe. This finger, man. Look at him. It's so sassy. With Enthrallment, we get dot damage increase by 30. So with Sampo, we also have dot damage increase as a debuff, right? It's vulnerability or something. So we're gonna check that out. Yeah, it's dot vulnerability. Something about the word just gave me a different vibe on it, you know? And dude, this is Sampo with actually faster speed than the earlier Guinaifen. So I wonder if this will do well. Of course, we have to torture, get the attack buff. Not to mention this light cone as well. Get more damage in there. Well, 32% dot taken increase. So now the enemies, how much do you have? Dot taken plus 32%. Increase dot received by 30%. Are these two metric the same? Do we just add them together? The words are technically a bit different. Dot taken, dot damage received. But I guess same but different, I suppose. If you know, let me know in the comments. But I guess we could kind of just find out as we do this. Alright, let's just touch you. Try and break you as we can. Now we got Kafka. We'll go for the Groot guy. And now I want to see some Sampo damage, man. They have 5 wind shear now, I'm pretty sure. We're pretty close at least. Yep, 5 wind shear in this guy. I guess I'll go for it. Let's go for an E. We're gonna bounce off like 4 enemies, and we did 100k there into a fallout. Yo, the damage from Sampo is not too shabby, you know. Alright, let's go for the ultimate now. With the dot damage vulnerability increase, how much am I doing? 500k. Actually, it was lower than what Guinaifen was able to provide. Interesting. I suppose with Guinaifen, I was on the Purse of Sweat light cone. That was a little bit different. I just realized I said I want to skip this fight, but I just ended up commentating like it fully. But whatever, man. You guys could enjoy this. This is really interesting now. Alright, Groot's gonna wake up, unfortunately, but I think he just dies for sure now. He's dueling with a Kafka. Imagine if we pulled her into the cycle. That'd be so good. Oh my god. Oh, I'm taunted though? Well, don't mind if I do. I'm just gonna go for you then. Alright, that fish explodes. And now we got a Hysilens. We'll just do this. We'll prepare for the next wave now. I'm pretty sure you all are dead. There we go. Logan, we're done. Now come into the next phase. Go with the ultimate burst. Now they don't even have dots yet, so this is again not ideal. So yeah, look at that. We're missing so much damage. Still the issues with dots, man. It's never gonna be 100% uptime. That's the thing. Alright, here we got you. We're gonna actually start with E. I want to get as much wind shears as I can, so let's start with the... Oh, yeah, follow attack. No, let's misplay that. Well, too late now. I wanted to get the dot vulnerability up first and then go for the ultimate. I thought that would maximize the damage dealt, but maybe. I was overthinking things. 87% of your part left. It's pretty neck and neck compared to like having a Guinaifen here, honestly. I think we're at like 85% left at this point, but well, 82 now on you. you. We're looking at probably like same exactly, even for a Sampo, which I would argue Sampo's way worse in this meta right now, at least compared to Guinaifen. Now we'll go for a skill right there. We almost have enough with ulti. That is the differential right there. If I had to mess up a follow-up attack early, I wouldn't be, dealing with this. Well, now we got a Sampo. I can't really go E. Like, I don't have a lot of skill points to waste, so let's go for a Q. You do have 5 wind shear now. So starting from now, we should be able to, like, trigger a lot of the current wind shear damage. That's what Sampo does. I know a lot of people don't know what he does, no boy. Yep, I'll be taking you down a trip. Oh my god, that's 700k. I'll be taking you down a trip down memory lane. Remember when Sampo used to be a viable tech? I feel like there's, like, it's never the case, but yo, look at that. 10 wind shears. Maybe I should have used Black Swan instead here, maybe, but there's no way I would, like, get rid of Hysilens for Black Swan for this. No shot. And no way I don't just have a Kafka here, right? Kafka's just a big source of damage, dude. Alright, so far, this is the 27th cycle. I think it's the same exact clear that we're gonna have. Hysilens is here. I'm not sure if I want to go E. I think I'm gonna go for it. She should be able to do one more ult if I can get hit enough. So this will be the first hit. Maybe a couple more hits. I can get a Sampo out as well. Please. We'll keep on targeting your part, I suppose. Oh, dude, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Yo, I am like fat fingering the easiest game of my life. What is wrong with me? And somehow it's still working out. Isn't that crazy? Alright, so with this, I think I can actually go for the E because I'll trigger a lot more damage here. Only 50k, which is surprising. We go for the ult here. Vulnerabilities back up again. 25% health on your part left. And I think with just them taking a turn, they should die to this or get really close. 18%. Yep, we're doing solid progress. We are doing solid progress for sure. Now we got you. I think we don't even need to like get the skill point no more. Let's just finish you off with a charge into the finisher. We're gonna start with the Hysilens. It should do a lot of damage already, and then we're gonna finish it off with Kafka. Hopefully you live. Oh my god, 800k. It seems kind of like all over the place. I don't know. And into 180k. I feel like sometimes Sampo allows the team to do more damage, and sometimes he does decent damage, but sometimes Guinaifen just do more damage as well. It's pretty interesting. So, wait, let's check the amount of dots, shall we? We got Shock, Erode, Shock, Wind Shear 5. No, both of them. God damn. Got Bleed, Burn, Shock. Bro's got the Infinity Gauntlet of Diseases right now. Now that with Hysilens, a simple Q should suffice with a fall attack. There we go. So in the end, 2 cycle clear as well. I think that's like just the norm, right? With just the full dot team, you can get a 1 cycle clear, not an issue, but you want to make sure you have the Kafka plus Hysilens combo. I think that is pretty much as clear as day and is again emphasized by this showcase here. Hysilens plus Kafka is the dream combo. Anything else is literally just like you can put whoever. I actually like this. This opens up a lot of like positions. I'm speaking as if I'm like recruiting for Taco Bell, but yes, we could legit use the Luca now instead of Sampo. Not to mention Guinaifen's definitely get a low grade here. But yeah, I thought I want to like try worse dot characters with this setup. Dude, I completely forgot about Luca. That's so bad. You know, the crazy part is I don't think Luca would have done that well here. It might be like about the same. He might take 3 cycles given. Well, there's a boss to worry about. There's also a couple of mobs. Yeah, not the easiest fight for Luca, which is a single damage healer. Dude, it feels like Luca's missing an arm, no? Oh, he actually is missing an arm. Yo, lore accurate and game accurate. Hoyoverse, they did it again. They're actually smart with these, kind of Easter egg stuff. Okay, I'm pretty sure they didn't mean it that way, but this is just funny, bro. It feels like Luca just don't have one hand. It's like what the rest of the characters can do, he just takes like longer to do it. I don't know. At least in this meta, because you have to hit multiple enemies these days, I feel like. It's so hard to just go single target. Or you need to hit one person like 10 times, like, Arthur. But in any case, today is all about Guinaifen with the other worser dot characters like Sampo. I'll be showing all the stats, but it's pretty much the same as before. We got a Kafka here, literally the hope of dot. And just based on her, the dot like stan. With Hysilens, this is the person that put Kafka on the map. Kafka was good already. Hysilens put her on the map, and now we got, the beauty of dots these days. Now, in the end, it's just a dot team. Can you just use Castrus and turn off your brain? Absolutely. Which is a shame with Sorrow, I suppose, but well, it is how it is. And finally, we got a little great. I love this idea so much with like the infinite ultimate, but it does feel like her damage just lacks some to be desired. I hope they really look at like the older characters and like buff them all. We have so many. We got Misha that is no longer even a thing. We got freaking Hook that never was a thing, never will be a thing. Hopefully she will be, but it looks like she's just an NPC literally. Who else is like the one character? Yeah, guys, do you remember this thing? They should really build the 4-star. There's so many that's so sick that I would love to use. But yep, today we did get to use Guinaifen, we did get to use Sampo, but in the end, I kind of think we are just crutching on Kafka Hysilens anyway, so I don't know, man. I would love some love for 4-stars, but we'll see how it is. For this dot team, I had my fun. I'm going to be using Lil Grey on my own account once I get Hysilens in a couple of days, so yeah, do stay tuned for that. We're going to have some summoner videos, some guides, and some team showcases, even more than that. Hope you guys enjoyed these ones, find those interesting, or find those informative. And that'll be all. 3 a.m. and I gotta go. Take care.